Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you
really?
have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked, because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
can't punk me.
So I guess I never realized how close Ashton Kutcher is with P. Diddy. I had no idea that they had been friends for years and Ashton Kutcher used to attend Diddy's white parties. Like, Diddy and Ashton have been close even back when he was married to Demi Moore. And
oh my God. You guys won't believe the tea I'm about to spill. Demi Moore is finally breaking her silence about what her ex-hubby Ashton Kutcher was really up to with Diddy at those mysterious Hollywood parties. And trust me, this could be the final nail in the coffin for Ashton's already crumbling career. Picture this. Ashton's been getting dragged through the mud lately because of his BFF status with Diddy and those infamous freak-off parties he used to attend. I mean, everyone's wondering if Ashton knew about or even participated in Diddy's alleged RICO enterprise. But here's where it gets juicy. Apparently, Ashton was secretly working with the feds and is ready to spill all the tea on Diddy. But wait, there's more. This whole mess supposedly caused major drama in his marriage to Demi Moore, and now she's desperately trying to distance herself from both Ashton and this whole Diddy disaster. So what does Demi really know about these dark Hollywood parties? Did she witness what went down at these notorious freak-offs? Let's dive deep into this scandalous story.
Ashton has been friends with Diddy since 2003, and in 2019, during an interview when he was asked about Diddy's parties, he said, "Well, there's a lot I can't tell." Considering what Diddy's been arrested for, we might just have an idea. His first kiss with Mila Kunis was when she was 14 and he was 20. Now, there was rumors that he didn't know her age, but apparently the cast was very aware of her age, the directors weren't.
Honey, when Ashton was living his best life partying it up with Diddy back in the day, he probably never imagined that karma would come knocking. But everything he did with Diddy is coming back to haunt him like a bad hangover, and his career is taking a massive hit. The tea is piping hot because apparently everyone in Ashton's circle could see that hanging with Diddy was like playing with fire, and they tried to warn him, especially his ex-wife, Demi Moore. During their marriage from 2005 to 2013, sources say Demi was basically playing babysitter, trying to keep Ashton on a short leash to stop him from getting into those sketchy situations at Diddy's infamous parties. Even Diddy himself spilled some tea in a 2010 Time essay, reminiscing about the good old days before Demi came along. He wrote, and I quote, "For a while, with Jamie Foxx, we were a rat pack hanging out going to clubs." Then he dropped this bomb. "I remember one night he was with Demi maybe for the first time, and a couple of weeks later he called to tell me he was in love. That was the end of our clubbing. But let me tell you what was really going down before Demi stepped in. Ashton wasn't just hitting up those fancy industry events and after parties at Diddy's mansions. Oh no, honey, he was right there for the after parties, the super exclusive ones with Diddy's inner circle. And these weren't your average celebrity parties. We're talking about events where absolutely nothing was off limits, no matter how shocking. From barely legal girls being brought in as entertainment to drinks being spiked with who knows what to make everyone lose their inhibitions, Ashton was neck deep in this lifestyle until Demi put her foot down. An insider spilled that Demi did everything she could to keep Ashton out of compromising and tempting situations, and that definitely kept him away from these crazy situations you're hearing about in Diddy's case. This source believes Ashton should be on his knees thanking Demi for keeping him in check during his wild party days with Diddy. They revealed that Demi was never into the whole celebrity party scene, saying their love life was totally normal. No group situations or celebrity parties involved. They added, "Sure, Demi had to tolerate Ashton's friendship with a complete lowlife Danny Masterson, but that was a relationship that predated her even meeting Ashton. I don't think she ever allowed him to get as close to Diddy with good reason." Now, hold on to your seats because this tea is about to get even hotter. Remember when the feds raided Diddy's homes and found all those hidden cameras? Well, word on the street is they uncovered footage of some of your favorite celebrities going absolutely wild at these parties, and some of these videos are allegedly being sold on the dark web. The New York Post got their hands on some explosive files with time-stamped photos and videos from these freak-off parties. And guess who's front and center, living his best life? None other than Mr. Ashton Kutcher himself. According to these leaked files, these parties would kick off hours after major industry events, when all the normies had gone home. One particularly juicy video was from an after-party following the 2005 MTV VMAs hosted by Diddy. The footage starts innocently enough, with celebrities like Eva Longoria, Fergie, Ice-T, Quincy Jones, NASCAR's Jeff Gordon, and Paris Hilton just hanging out. But as the night went on and people started leaving, things took a dark turn. The party moved from Space Nightclub to Diddy's Miami mansion. And honey, that's when things got wild. By then, most of the stars had disappeared. Except for Diddy. They were replaced by young, attractive people in various states of undress. The video allegedly shows some extremely explicit content, including 2 white men with a young black woman who appeared to be under the influence, while Diddy watched from the background wearing a shirt that said, "God is the greatest." But wait, there's more. Another clip shows a couple getting it on right on a table while well-dressed onlookers watched. And there's apparently footage of Diddy himself getting intimate with a younger male A-list star. The tea just keeps getting hotter. Another leaked file contained videos from a freak-off during Super Bowl 39 weekend in Jacksonville, February 2005. And who do we spot at this party? Ashton Kutcher, Ashley Simpson, and Girls Gone Wild founder Joe Francis. Like clockwork, the party moved to Diddy's private residence and things got even darker. The videos from that night are absolutely shocking, showing explicit encounters between multiple people, with Diddy allegedly participating and even filming some of the action himself. And if you think that's scandalous, let me remind you about that explosive lawsuit where Diddy and Jay-Z were accused of saying a 13 gal at Diddy's 2000 MTV VMAs after party. According to court documents, the poor girl was driven to Diddy's place after his driver told her she was exactly the kind of girl Diddy was looking for. She was allegedly and attacked by both Diddy and Jay-Z, though they've both denied these allegations and claim they weren't even at the party.
What we've experienced the past 10 days is really unprecedented in my career, at least. We represent thousands of survivors of it, and never, ever in a 10-day period have we seen over 3,000 people come forward, where we've confirmed and decided to investigate and represent 120 people, while we're continuing to work through another 100+ cases to prove them up, to validate what has happened here, and to hold those that are responsible accountable. And so like Tony said, we've set this up. 1-800-200-7474.
The pattern in these cases is absolutely chilling. Most victims were young people trying to make it in the industry. They'd get invited to one of Diddy's parties, be given something to drink that would make them black out, and wake up the next day with no memory but experiencing severe pain. When they confronted Diddy, they were either threatened or blackmailed into silence.
Although these are, in fact, individual cases, there is a common theme, an MO, if you will. Typically, the victim is lured into a situation where he or she is given a drink. Typically, that drink, reported by these victims, is apparently laced with something. Once that drink takes effect, the perpetrators perform all kinds of acts on the victims, many times passing him or her around as other people watch and enjoy the show, and then leave the victim ashamed, confused, injured, and wondering what happened. When the victim reaches out, he or she is told not to say anything. Sometimes there are threats of physical violence or financial repercussions or bodily harm.
And here's the real gag. Word on the street is that Ashton knew about all of this. His tight friendship with Diddy has everyone side-eyeing him real hard.
I would imagine, as we speak here, there are a myriad of people who are very nervous. You can't hide skeletons in the closet forever. I would expect there are many people out there right now who are desperately searching their memories as they delete their texts and data.
I mean, just look at this disturbing footage of Ashton and Diddy being totally inappropriate with a 13-year-old actress who they later invited to an after party that same night. Can you believe the audacity?
Yeah! Good, you're doing so good.
I just want to say,
Let me spill some more tea about their friendship. Ashton and Diddy have been thick as thieves since the early 2000s when they met on Punk'd. Their bond grew both personally and professionally over the years, especially during their MTV days when Diddy was doing Making the Band and Ashton was hosting Punk'd. They've always had each other's backs. Ashton supported Diddy's unforgivable fragrance launch in 2007, and Diddy showed up for Ashton when Time magazine named him one of the most influential people in 2010. Diddy even wrote this super sweet message saying, "Kutcher is a sounding board for me. Like me, he's a mogul, a new media mogul, but we are yin and yang. I am in your face, but he is understated, cool, suave." But honey, we all know they were involved in some seriously shady business together, especially at those industry parties where literally anything could happen.
But you heard about the reports that Ashton Kutcher, he's worried that Diddy might lie on his friends? You heard about that?
But that's what I've been saying. I said, if the federal government wanted somebody more than they want Diddy, if he has some information about some people that they would rather have other than him, he's able to get that information to them. But they gotta want it. They gotta want it. And Ashton Kutcher and him they were real tight. One time, me, him, Ashton Kutcher went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z there. You know what I'm saying? So they were close, they was cool.
But you think Diddy would do something like that? Lie on other celebrities?
Well, why would it have to be a lie? Because if he get caught in, he gonna be as truthful as possible. You understand? He's gonna give them enough information, whereas that it's gonna make him look like the choir boy. So, Ashton Kutcher, he has a right to be kind of alarmed if he was doing things with Diddy. Remember they used to have that group called the what do they call it? The Brat Pack? With Diddy, him, and a couple other guys was hanging out. Leonardo, one other guy too. I forgot the other guy's name. So, they all might be worried.
The tea gets even more scalding because when Ashton appeared on Hot Ones a while back, you could literally see him squirming trying to find one innocent memory of Diddy to share with the public.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you
really?
have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked, because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out and watch football together. Like whatever. And he came over and I was like, I'm going for a run. He's like, oh, I'll go for a run with you. And so he comes over to go for a run. About halfway through the run, he's like, yo, I'm running out of gas right now. But we had like paparazzi all around us at the time. He's like, you gotta slow down but make it look like you're not slowing down.
Because he had to
I don't wanna look like I'm not gonna be able to finish this thing.
And here's what's really got people talking. Ashton seems to have a pattern of befriending predators. Remember in 2023 when his That 70s Show co-star Danny Masterson was found guilty of SA and sentenced to 30 years to life? Well, Ashton and his wife Mila Kunis actually wrote letters supporting Danny to the judge. The backlash was intense because Ashton literally runs a charity called Thorn that helps child victims of SA. Like, make it make sense. How are you helping victims with one hand and defending predators with the other? The scandal was so bad that Ashton had to step down from his own charity.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
This is apparently why Ashton took forever to address those rumors about him and Diddy at the freak-offs. That and his wife Mila Kunis supposedly banned him from being seen with Diddy in public.
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis getting divorced. Alright guys, the rumor is that Ashton and Mila have separated in preparation for all of the dirt that's about to surface involving Ashton at the Diddy parties. Diddy, Ashton, Mila, Demi Moore, Danny Masterson. There's so much to all of this, so stay with me. Let's start in 2002 with the Rosie O'Donnell interview.
And she was 14 when we started the show. I was like 19, right?
Right.
And they're like, okay, you guys are gonna be making out in this scene. And I'm like thinking like, wait, this is like slightly illegal,
That's
right?
probably your first kiss ever, right?
It was my first kiss. Where's someone bet you made with Danny about our first kiss? I never kissed a guy. Okay. I was so, I mean, you know, Ash was attractive, and I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life. Sure. Then Danny goes and goes, dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her. When would he stick your tongue in my mouth or some?
What? No.
$10.
You're making it sound like it was like really. Okay, Dan, we had a little side bet going.
Yeah.
Like, which was
It wasn't very
as to
side.
whether or not, you're kissing on the show with boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
You would use tongue.
First of all, Ashton said he was like 9. No, he was 20 when they were. Second, at one point he claimed he didn't know Mila's age at the time of filming that kiss. That's one. Third, Danny Masterson said what? Not surprised.
An insider spilled that there is no way in hell Ashton or Mila will be showing any sort of public support for Diddy right now. Despite their long friendship, Ashton has completely ghosted Diddy since Cassie's lawsuit dropped, and even more since these new allegations came out. Mila will not let Ashton be in any sort of contact. He is expecting a subpoena as they have been good friends for 20 years. But it looks like Ashton can't avoid this drama forever because word is he's been subpoenaed to testify in Diddy's case. This totally explains why Demi Moore chose now to speak up about everything. The walls are clearly closing in on Diddy, and all his party buddies are getting caught in the crossfire. But what do you think? Will Ashton actually testify against his old friend Diddy, or will he keep those party secrets locked away? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're living for this tea, make sure to check out our next video. Check out